Hey, this is medusarella with our first unboxing being the Nintendo Switch. But obviously, we gotta run it back because the unboxing has been done at this point, and I just forgot to do the beginning part. So let's running back. Okay, so on today's episode of I Ain't Never Unboxed Something Before, we're actually gonna unbox something today. Now, the way your girl has been stressing about how she wanted a Nintendo Switch, especially for Mario Kart World, especially, we made it happen. It's Mario Kart World. And I'm over here struggling trying to get it in the camera the right way. So, yeah, not a professional unboxer here. Anyways, your girl is happy to be able to finally get one because yeah, I've been complaining about how I wanted one ever since I seen this right here constantly, consistently being advertised to enjoy ourselves a little bit more, right? So, boom. We gotta open it from this angle, make sure I'm not showing any of my codes. Since it's the first open, I haven't even opened it since it got here. So we got the everything. We have the Joy-Cons as they come. We have the screen itself. We got to make sure we, as a whole, get a case for that. Fresh unboxing. I'm usually not a manual girly, but we'll keep this on the side just in case. We have our usual, probably always needed I said USB. This is actually the other one, the HDMI cord. I have no clue. I'm assuming these are, you got to put them like in between so you know you're not throwing and tossing them, basically the little wristbands. It looks like it goes in between, but we're going to play with it afterwards to see how that works exactly. Just taking out everything as it comes. What's this little prize right here? We got the little piece, that puts them together, like does a little click click, and then it feels like a little controller. Obviously, you could also get your own separate controller outside if you want to too. We got us the USB-C cord where you could be able to pretty much, charge it up, I guess hook it up other places too, depending on where you're trying to hook it up to. Make sure you don't get your thing bricked though, because I heard if you hook it up to certain things, it get bricked, but probably not these though, because obviously they're from the company itself. As you know, these are official. It's probably not going to do that thing. I'm guessing this has to be the dock now, because there's nothing else it could be. And of course, the dock. I don't know why in the camera it looks a little bit on the dusty side. It's really not dusty the way it's making itself seem. I don't know why it looks like that. It doesn't wipe off either. The official Nintendo Switch 2. Now, if we set this up the way that we would set this up, you guys know how we would do it. Let me not rip anything up and get the feels of the quality of this one. So, slide her out. I'm gonna need a case for this. Obviously, the monitor goes in just like this, right? Let me see the inside. Nope, I was right. You'll put her in here. Make sure she's dockable. She gonna click in. Now the mystery with these little Joy-Cons here, let's see how do we put this wristband on when it's time. Gonna put everything in the box right here. This is one of the Joy-Cons. Put her down right here. I'm gonna try with one before we tried with the other. Slide this out. Are you magnetical or not? This is the plus and the minus and everything. Y'all know I'm gonna try to my best to not break it, right? Oh, I see it now. It has to line up with the symbol that's up here, it's not gonna focus for me. But it gotta line up like this. So it's actually going to go over these, so you can be able to just push it through. You gotta do a little. There we go. You gotta snap it in place like that. So when you take it off, how are we taking this off over here? I'm guessing you just pretty much unsnap it the other way. But before you do it, you line it up, make sure that this matches with this. The little minus symbol is going to be up here at the top. It doesn't like that since it could focus for me. And then you just go ba, ba, and then it snaps in. So that's for your wristbands. So we're going to take it out for now because we don't need the wristband. And then we have our red and then our blue Joy-Cons. They feel pretty good. I like the not too glossy feel. Not that they ever had a glossy feel. I did have a Switch one, but yeah, I remember what they feel like now. And then here we are back to here. So it's magnetic, right? You just gotta clip it in. Let's see. Oh, you do. It just literally, and then you're done. And then here it is when it's together the way that it needs to be together when she wants to focus for us. Oh wait. When she wants to focus for us, she got a little bit of dust here and there, but you know, she's functional. Now, question is she alive? And as we can see, you know, this is the little dock. Now hook it up to your TV, hook it up to VC directly, I guess, or pretty much whatever else you could do with this that will avoid yourself getting locked out. So, does she open? She does immediately. And then, you know, I'm gonna go through the steps of the setup. She does feel nice. She does, you know, obviously if you're not into bigger consoles, she may feel a little bit funny for you as far as like handhelds, depending on what kind of handhelds you had. You know, like obviously some people may have experienced the Vita, some people had their other Switches and stuff like that, but for me it's comfy. I would just be on the bed with it laid down like this, facing me. So let's set up a little bit. And this thing just told me this thing has a stand behind it. I didn't know that it has a stand. So let me see. Look at it. Bye. Well, not necessarily bye. You know, you gotta guide her out and not be too rough, you know, because you don't want to break the stand. And this is her standing on its own. You know, she grows up so fast, but she's standing on her own. And then to take off the thing for questions that people ask is, you know, like, how am I not going to just slide it out since it's magnetic? You got this little button. That's not the button side. This button up here. This one. And then you take it out. And it's out. So you don't have to worry about the questions of you just accidentally pulling it out. It really doesn't pull out that easily. And obviously for those who, you know, may have not seen it before, you know, obviously you guys have this attachment. It even is color coded unless you decide you change your colors later down the line, but left is left, right is right. Let's put these in here, and then now you got yourself your little options just like this. So you don't have to be married to it, and since you could stand it up right now, you could even have a little mini play session right here just with your little tiny old monitor. But it works out nicely. So we're gonna put that back here for right now, and we're gonna wait for our system to finish its little update to see if there's anything else that we want to talk about. Other than that though, the Switch, I would say, you know, design, it feels nice. I like that, you know, it feels like it doesn't really get dirty. Obviously as a gamer, you know, be a clean gamer, you know, try to not have grease on it and stuff like that, because I feel like this could get messy in an ugly way, obviously. So be patient, finish eating, wash your hands, and then touch your console. But other than that, I like the color, I like the design. Obviously later down the line, we're gonna see how it plays, which that will be featured on the other channel with me playing my first playthrough of Mario Kart World. So thank you for being here for the unboxing. Now that we have our Switch, we will finally get our hands on some Mario Kart games, and hopefully we're going to be beating people up, but in a good way. So thank you guys for coming to my first unboxing. Happy to see you guys, and we should have more things. Not only just unboxing, but other stuff that we have fun with too. The little cozy stuff, the little maybe outsidey stuff, other little stuff. But definitely, if you like it here, make sure you do subscribe, and also the gaming channel as well too, so you could see the first playthrough of our Mario Kart game through. Thank you guys, and tune in. Have a great one.